How do I stop self-sabotaging on first dates? I go to the gym consistently. I read all the books Adrian's told me to read. I meditate, I gratitude journal, get my 8 hours of sleep. Quite frankly, I am confident I do everything right. I do all of the self-improvement habits. I even do cold showers. I'm even on NoFap. I even continuously try to educate myself through Adrian's content. But I keep self-sabotaging. Why is that? You want to know how younger Adrian's first ever first date went? Abysmal. Why? I treated a first date like a performance, like a tryout, like an interview, and not like a connection, like being present, by being abundant. I remember brutally 4 years ago, 2021, my first ever first date. It was like during COVID. I didn't even have my driver's license. I was like 19. The girl I was seeing picked me up because she had a car and I didn't. Which, say whatever you want, but that should have just told me, oh my god, she's so into me. She even wants to pick me up. Because keep in mind, at this time I was on self improvement. I just like started. I was in the gym for like 3 years. Just heard of like other YouTubers. Started reading, but I had so many insecurities and was so unaware of my own attachment style. Just because of the fact that she picked me up made me instantly think that I had to impress her. The reason why you are self sabotaging is because you have this need to impress the person you're seeing. Because if you don't impress her, she might leave this date feeling no fireworks, no spark, nothing, and might turn you down. The phrase impress isn't authenticity. If all of my YouTube videos were me trying to impress you, you would probably notice pretty fast that I'm coming across as inauthentic and needy and fake and a lot of ego, which isn't that attractive compared to if I was to just be more present, to be more relaxed, to be abundant and say to myself, okay, if this video doesn't go well, whatever, I'm still going to be myself. I'm not going to have this need to impress the viewer. I know if you're watching me, you like me because of me. And this allows me to be more of my true self and not overthink as much and be less anxious and not put as much weight on not only this video, but also on this date. I understand, bro. First dates can be extremely anxiety inducing. Meeting someone for the first time, someone you have no idea about other than seeing, let's be real, thirst traps on their social media. It can make you feel anxious, and that's completely normal. It's just that you don't want this anxiety to control you. If I was to ask you right now, this Friday night coming up, you have a date scheduled with a girl. Cool, great. But you're super, super anxious about it because you don't want to fuck it up and you're putting it on a pedestal and it can just fall, it can slip, it can crack. You need it to be perfect. There's that version of you. What about the other version of you? Which sounds a bit fucked up, but let's just go with it. This other version of you has three first dates planned on the exact same day at the exact same time. And you get to pick which one you want to go to. Now, is that wrong? No, because you haven't met anyone before. You don't owe anyone anything, so you're not committing a crime. Let's relax. You're not committing a crime. You're just single and you're showing your interest. Imagine how less anxious that version of you would be going on this date just because you know at the back of your mind, if you fuck this one up, you know you have options. You are the masculine, abundant man. You're not letting one singular event make you scarce, needy, anxious. You're abundant. You know that if this girl doesn't like you, it's not that because you fucked it up. It's because of her own internal. And you know, like, if you honestly sit down and journal, you say to yourself, okay, I don't need to impress her. Why do I need to impress her? I'm just going to be myself because someone should like me for me. And if they don't like my values, if they don't like what I can provide and what I'm capable of right now, like at this present moment, if they don't like that, okay, we're just incompatible. And I know this is easier said than done. I know this is easier said than done because we all want to make a good first impression on our first dates. And now you're probably saying, Adrian, but I need to impress her. If I don't impress her, she's not going to like me. Think of it like this. The fact that she's taken time out of her day/night to come see you should be the biggest green flag of them all. You've impressed her enough just because she's actually coming to see you. You impressed her with your social media. You impressed her with your text messaging. All of that pointless crap. But now that you're with her, you don't need to impress her. You just have to be present, masculine, and confident. And I know when you hear those words, they almost come across as like a bit intimidating just because you don't really relate yourself to those words as much. You think you're not present because you spend so many hours scrolling. You think you're not masculine because you fapped last night. And you think you're not confident because that's what you were called in high school. Not confident. So when we dig even deeper, bro, it's not even about doing all of the self-improvement habits and eliminating the bad habits. It actually all comes down to self-image, your identity, and how you think of yourself. Not how she thinks of yourself, not how he thinks of yourself, not how anyone thinks of yourself. Just how you think of yourself. What is an identity? An identity is something that gets made up over time, that you created yourself. You created it. Younger Adrian's identity used to be that skinny, awkward, insecure teenager. I created that because 1, I would never talk to girls. 2, I would play video games. 3, I would constantly make excuses. I chipped away that own identity for myself. But I didn't like it. Obviously, I didn't like it. It sucked. So how did I create a new identity? My own identity that wasn't created by other people's opinions or my bad habits, but something I pushed through. I faked it till I made it. Listen up. I know you're instantly thinking, what, Adrian? But you just said don't impress people. But I can't fake it. I can't. That's not what I mean. The way you think of yourself is so powerful because once you can start to change it and get control of it, you start to become that, obviously. And then that's how you navigate your way through dating your way. Let me ask you something stupid. If you were to start... Shit, camera. Get in a journal and writing down 1,000 times, I'm a Chad, 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 I'm a Chad. After those 1,000 times of writing, I am a Chad, do you think you will start to feel more like a Chad or less like a Chad? I'd put money and say you'd start to feel a bit better about yourself. What's something else you can write? Okay, let's say you're skinny right now, but you write down 1,000 times, I will be jacked, I will be jacked, I am jacked, I am jacked, I am jacked. You'll probably start to be more on the right path of becoming jacked. Right? To become someone who you are not right now, you need to start acting and becoming him now to then become him. You say you self-sabotage first dates because now you've correlated your identity as the guy who self-sabotages on first dates. It's all a self-image thing. It's all a self-image thing. What if you were to start saying to yourself, even though you completely fuck up first dates, like abysmally, you just still say to yourself, I smash first dates, I smash first dates, I'm the king of first dates, I'm the king, I'm the king. Even though you then still go to fuck one up, that doesn't matter because you're still the king of first dates. Can you see how this kind of rewires your brain and makes you start to think that, holy shit, this whole time, with everything in life, absolutely everything, with gym, with recording myself speak, with dates, with relationships, with business, job, it's all self-image. It is all self-image and creating my own identity, almost like customizing my own super movie, superhero character, whatever you want to call it. That's pretty much what it is. It can go as simple as getting a pen and getting paper and just writing something 100 times. It'll take you like 5 minutes, believe it or not. You fucking speed write that shit. You write it until your hand goes numb and you can't even move your fingers. Because that's what I would do. I had to destroy my old self by acting like my new self in the now. No matter how painful and inauthentic it once felt, the more reps, the more sets, the more time that would go by, the more authentic and natural it started to feel. When you first play an instrument, are you the best pianist? No, you fucking suck. But you keep fighting through the fog, you keep smashing those keys, you keep learning, making mistakes and improving, and over time, you become the pianist, an absolute magician behind the keys. But the only reason why you became that is because you kept pushing through the pain. But the whole time you said to yourself, I'm going to be the best, I'm going to be the best, I'm going to be the best, I'm going to be the best. That's all it is. Self-image is one of the most powerful things that we have control of. It's just that right now you've been taught to believe that you don't have much control in your life and that you need to do what everyone says. You have to go to uni, you have to do it this way. If you do it that way, you might come across as too arrogant and too narcissistic and toxic and misogynistic. So you can't act like that. Adrian, no, no, no. I can't have an inflated self-image of myself because then people are going to hate me. So, if they hate you, that's not your problem. You just don't need to be friends with them. Why would you want to be with friends or with people who hate you? If people say you're this or that, so I want to be with people who support me and don't pull me down or say I'm this or that. And bro, if you think that, oh, she doesn't like me, so that instantly makes me feel like I'm not good enough and I'm just going to fall back into the puddle of bad habits and neglect dating altogether because something's wrong with me and not with her. She doesn't see my value. Oh, that means something's wrong with me. Maybe I'm not as of a Chad as I thought I was. You have to stop linking rejection to identity. Whenever I was to get rejected, I would put that like as so much weight on my identity that I'm bad. I'm the bad person. I'm not this. I'm not this. I'm not this. Rejection has nothing to do with your identity, bro. Nothing. It's the other person's insecurities. Maybe the other person has trouble being vulnerable and is like super avoidant, so pushes you back, but then that makes you feel like something's wrong with you. It's not you. I can promise you. You have to realize that you're not for everyone. If I was to line up 8 billion motherfuckers in a line, not everyone's gonna like you, and that's literally normal. You have to like zoom out and realize, holy shit. Okay, this person doesn't like me. Her loss. I still know I'm a Chad. I literally am still a Chad. I'm still jacked. Just because she rejected me doesn't mean I lost all my muscles. Doesn't mean I lost all my charisma. Doesn't mean I'm any lesser of a man. If anything, I'm actually more of a man because the more I chase rejection, the more it starts to make me desensitized to it. Holy fuck. Maybe that's why I'm so scared of rejection, because I don't get rejected much, and when I do, it hurts me a lot. But I know the more I push through pain, the more it starts to hurt less, and the more growth I'm capable of. You should laugh when you get rejected in like a healthy, positive way. Laugh at the fact that, oh my god, this person is going to regret their decision so much. That should be your mindset. And how like validating should that be? Because you're in control. You decide how you respond after a rejection. You can hit the gym harder. You can go on more dates and become more confident. You are literally in control. So if you do get rejected, you should laugh. And almost feel bad. Like, if I'm to get rejected now, I would feel bad. That should be you. Because you know, as the masculine logical man, you know your value is going up and up and up and up and up and up. And you know that every person that rejects you now is going to feel guilty afterwards. And I know this sounds kind of toxic, like, oh, Adrian, you shouldn't care about what people think about you after some sort of time. It's not about that. It's about the progress you make. It's not about the other person, because they gave you their answer to the puzzle. It's just that you thought that was wrong. And you have every right to think like that because that shows self-worth, self-love. You think of yourself highly. You don't let some person hurt you and reject you and make that affect your inner child because it doesn't. Make that affect your identity because it doesn't. If anything, it makes you a higher tier version of yourself. You don't need to impress anyone, bro. You should just continuously try to impress yourself the more times you get rejected. It gets deep and it is all like inner child stuff. Fear of vulnerability, fear of getting hurt, fear of conflict, fear of abandonment. All those fears, which are deep. And am I sitting here and saying I'm immune to all fears? I'm some god giga chad and I don't have any fears or insecurities? No, that's not what I'm saying. I have a lot, trust me. I guess the main most important point to take away from this video... It's raining, damn. What a depressing day. The main most important point to take away is you don't need to impress her. You need to impress yourself. And this is why the actionable step I'm leaving you to follow and complete for this video is I want you to become so desensitized to rejection that you no longer fear it. Like, think of it. Now you fear bigger problems. Like, okay, I fear not being successful. Being rejected doesn't mean anything. I fear bigger, more important problems. Like, not being successful, not being able to provide or be capable. I fear that. I don't fear being rejected because whatever, your loss. Bigger problems, bigger world, bigger mission. When you have that mindset, you're going to come across as so much more attractive. You're going to have so many more negative thoughts. This is why your actionable step for this video is within the next week, 7 days. Your goal is to get rejected 5 times. Once you hit that 5th rejection, I want you to come back to this video and leave a comment about how every single individual rejection went and how you felt afterwards. I know that first rejection is going to be a lot more painful than that 5th one. Right? What if I was to tell you that right now you are only 5 rejections away from finding the loving partner? If I knew that, I would get out of my chair immediately and start running to fucking cold approach girls. It's just that's the unknown, which can be scary. We don't know when we're going to hit something. But that doesn't matter. What we do know and have control of is the actions we take moving forward. And that's why I hope this video has given you the blueprint, the data sets, to be more likely to take those right actions. 5 rejections. You can get that done in a day if you really felt like it, like in a shopping center. Just think of it like this. A lot of pain for a lifetime of abundance and freedom in your own brain. You got this, bro. I know this video has motivated and educated you, and that right now your motivation is as high as it's ever been. But motivation is fleeting. It fluctuates. And if I was to give you some powerful advice, it's that whenever motivation is extremely high, that's when you want to capitalize. That's when you want to take action. Because if you don't take action now, an hour from now, when your motivation is, let's say, 50% lower, you're going to be a whole lot less likely to take action. And I don't want to take those odds. I don't want to take that chance. I want to take that chance now. Go on that date, approach that girl, not because you're trying to impress her, not because you feel lonely, just because you want to feel like yourself. You want to feel fearless. It all stems from your self-image. Don't let other people say you're this or create their self-image of you, their identity of you. You create your own identity. You are a Chad. Chase rejection. I hope this video motivated or educated you. I am currently doing one-on-one self-improvement coaching. It will be the first link in the description. Also, make sure to click the subscribe button and also that little bell icon. It will kind of like remind you when I do upload these types of videos so you can watch them and educate yourself as soon as humanly possible. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.